querying away.
What we got, guys? All right,
Mm.
let's have a look at St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Heat advisory. So all around this region, so I've got St. Louis, Concordia, Wichita, Oklahoma City. All of these areas have a heat advisory right now.
Heat advisory caliente.
Yeah, caliente. So heat index values in excess of 105 degrees expected. So in the triple digits, guys.
And if we look at that wind profile, look at that.
Yeah.
You see that nice strong southerly flow, and then just to the north, you see that little boundary there. So there's some action. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll take a look at the modeling while Anna's giving you some more updates, but I wouldn't be surprised if they see something interesting this afternoon. So go for it, Anna.
Something tropical, you think, or
the good stuff, girl. The good stuff.
So portions of South Central and Southwest Illinois and East Central, and Southeast Missouri from noon today until 8 p.m. this evening.
Yeah.
High temperatures and high humidity might cause heat illnesses. So again, be careful. Try to stay out there where you can. If you're working outdoors, keep water with you, or coconut water, or anything that's going to hydrate you. And if you do feel like you're starting to feel the effects of heat stroke, go indoors, go to a cooling station, go anywhere where you're going to be able to cool yourself down, and use any of the tips I've previously given you this morning on YouTube to cool your body temperature down with feet in the ice pool or foot bath.
And I think I like the one we use with the towel.
Yes, the pack on the back of the head. So you can get an ice pack on the back of the base of the skull, and that's a really good way to cool your system down as well. Then we're going to move over. I want to have a look at what's going on up in Chicago.
We have one mouse that just stole it. Sorry, Anna. We're not.
Okay.
She's like, my mouse. There you go.
Special weather statement in Chicago region. So includes Culver, Columbia City, Tri-Lake, South Mittler, where else? Cross, Union Mills, Warsaw, Window Lake, Silver Lake, and Mentone.
The other Silver Lake.
The other Silver Lake.
The other one. Not our Silver Lake. The other Silver Lake. But you know what's interesting, really quickly, I did want to show you something, Anna, and let me just go to this really fast. I'm going to take off our storm reports very quickly, right? So something, because Anna did bring this St. Louis, Missouri, so or St. Louis, Missouri. So just removing this quickly, right? And then I'm going to clear this out. I want to show you guys something. This is what we're watching. This is going to be an area of interest here because of the instability. You see that southerly influx there, right? But then you're also seeing right behind that the winds are acting kind of wild, right? Yeah. So we're going to track that for you. I do think they'll see some thunderstorms in the next couple of hours. Probably right after like maybe 1 or 2 p.m. Just give it a couple of hours to just really crank up in the atmosphere and juice it up, as we say. It's like you're giving the atmosphere Mountain Dew. Go juice. It's like think of it this way. The atmosphere is getting cranked up. So let me go back to your watches in the mornings, and got nothing but good news, Ron, for you. Okay,
maybe. So heaps of wind as well in that Chicago region. So lots of wind, 35 to 45 miles an hour expected. That's pretty windy.
Very windy.
And hot. Wow. Okay.
And then here we're going to go back to our camera tool. So we can start zooming in. Right? There you go, girl. Thanks. So we got this.
Okay.
Covered.
Let's have a look.
Yep.
What else we got going on here? Oh, I went really far.
She's like, let's go to Canada. It's cooler. She's tired of the heat already, people. So hit your question box.
And so what's going on, guys, in Los Angeles? Ooh, air quality alert again. Once again, what is going on with the air quality?
It's because it's summertime, the air doesn't do much. And now in this case, you would think, oh, I love that onshore breeze, right? So you're seeing a kick of like a west breeze, and you're like, oh, that's so yummy, it's so hot. Yeah,
the air quality is not so great.
Right. No, it's not helping us.
And the South Coast Air Quality Management District has issued an air quality alert due to elevated ozone air pollution.
They do a great job. Shout out to them.
Shout out. This air quality alert is in effect until 7 p.m. Tuesday. So today. Elevated levels of ozone, predominant summertime pollutants, are likely to result in poor air quality in the afternoon and early evening hours. Ozone air pollution can cause respiratory problems, including trouble breathing, asthma, attacks, and lung damage. Children and older adults and people with asthma or uh, other respiratory problems could be more sensitive to this issue at the moment. So stay alert, stay healthy, and smart about what you're doing with your exposure to this. So wear a mask if you're going outdoors. If you're really sensitive, try and stay indoors. Keep the air conditioning on. Keep your air filters clean.
Mhm.
Make sure you update them. Very easy to switch out your air filters, so don't get lazy.
Even I can do it.
Me too.
Come on, at least do stuff.
I know I'm not like a ton of like mechanic. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But I was like,
You can do it. You can do
yeah,
it.
when he was husband one day, and I'm like, okay, he was like away, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll just like see if I can do it. I was like, oh my god, that was so easy. And it was really complicated. It was
He's like, I need better air, so I guess it's time for me to dig in.
yeah, I was like, wow, that was so easy to do. So, and it makes a difference. You actually do feel a little
You do. Pretty quickly, right?
Mhm.
Anna, can you click over on Cheyenne up there?
Cheyenne.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe
Cool.
it's like fire weather.
Oh my god, fire weather. You're right. Red flag warning. In effect from 10 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. this evening. Affected area fire weather zones 4:30, 4:31, and blah, blah, blah. Wind northwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Humidity 10 to 15%. Thunderstorms, isolated dry thunderstorms can be ruled out in Laramie County. Impact any fires that develop will likely spread rapidly because we have that dust.
Because we have this. Can you just go over those fire weather zones one more time? Because even
yeah,
like,
like these numbers here.
Yeah, written down so
Sure.
that people know.
Okay, yeah. So we have weather zones 4:30, 4:31, 4:32, 4:33, and 4:37.
So write that down. If you have family or friends that are in and around Cheyenne, and you're like, you know what, if you want to have a little bit more information, send that to them because they're going to want to know what exactly, like, does that entail? Because then they'll look at their local firehouse and they'll know who to contact immediately. Because oftentimes, what happens is people might be driving, right? And you're like, oh, I see the brush fire. No, call right away.
Yeah.
Because this is what they're saying. It's not one of those days where you can be passive about such things. You have to say, I see something, I gotta say something.
Yeah, because once the wind starts blowing a bit, that will just spread.
And then honestly said, dry thunderstorm. What? Yeah.
Yikes. Yikes, guys. What about Medford? Looks like, have a look. Another fire warning up in Medford. So same guys. Humidity 10 to 15. It looks very similar actually to what we just.
It's just very dry.
That fire warning. Oh god. So we are in fire season, guys. So we're gonna keep you updated with anything that we see popping up. Avoid using equipment that could cause sparks during the period where critical weather conditions are possible.
Yeah, that's happened a few years ago, unfortunately, in Northern California.
So a fire weather watch means that critical fire weather conditions are possible during the valid watch time. These conditions could promote the rapid spread of wildfires, which could become life-threatening. So just be really careful, be alert, be aware, and we'll keep you up to date as well. So where else?
Oh, look, you're getting a precinct right there. Interesting. So let's keep looking at let's see some of those query boxes for the oranges. What I'm interested in, did you see that tanned area right around Cincinnati?
Yeah.
So like over here, Montgomery, so Alabama, Ohio. Click on those. Those look like special weather statements.
So Montgomery, it looks like a air quality. No, relative humidity 25% or less can be expected.
High fire danger.
High fire danger conditions can be expected. Okay, so another one to kind of keep our eye on, just in case. Cincinnati 2, Montgomery 2. Yeah, Cincinnati.
And there is heat indices.
Max heat indices peaking around 100 degrees this afternoon.
So notice only at weather come up. So Anna just broke it down. We have two special weather statements that have been issued. One in Alabama, one in Ohio. They're different. So you might be inclined to just look at the one and say, oh, it's a fire weather statement. Well, no, then we took that extra step to click on the next one because they're talking about heat concerns. That's not to say that they're not going to be concerned about fire weather at some point, but the immediate statement for Ohio has to do with heat. The immediate concern for the statement issued in Alabama is fire weather. So we're differentiating because that's going to be the key here. You got to understand weather is community driven. It's a microclimate. It's not one quick and dirty answer across the board, but we have to go and dig in and see, oh, they're getting a type of wind profile. They could get dry thunderstorms. What's going on right around?
What about Denver?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Denver, ozone action day alert from 4 p.m. until 4 p.m. Tuesday. So from, 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So again, an ozone issue in effect from the urban corridor. Request to limit driving gas and diesel powered vehicles is now in effect until at least 4 p.m. Tuesday. So again, if you can avoid it, we're not trying to tell you what to do, when to drive, or what,
we don't pay your car notes, so use the kind of car you need.
Yeah. But just be mindful. If you don't need to, just
Thanks, Beverly Hills Smart.
Hi.
So we're
it's like unhealthy for sensitive groups.
Yeah, we're not advocating any type of vehicle or any type of power in particular. Because once we think about things like actually the cleanest form of fuel of power is nuclear. A lot of people don't know that.
Whether you like to hear that or not.
Yeah, whether you like to hear that or not, case study after case study, like that was one of the biggest pieces that we study in sustainability is environmental energy. Is that the cleanest form of energy is actually nuclear, but there's this thing called NIMBY, not in my backyard. So it's great to have nuclear power as long as it's
in the right hand.
Yeah, as long as it's not in my backyard. So just to be very clear with everybody at home, oftentimes we'll refer to what's being stated, but we have, hey, if you want to know more about us and our own process of thinking, ping us, follow us on IG, on Facebook,
direct
text.
We'll
tell you.
I'm also curious to know what's happening in Salt Lake City.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
Excessive heat warning, Salt Lake City.
Yep. Impact heat-related illness.
Yep.
It's one of the things you've been saying. Yeah. Really been.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing, guys. Far out. These temperatures are getting hot. We're not even in the peak of summer yet.
No, it just started.
So drink plenty of fluid, like I always try to tell you every day. Stay in the air conditioning room when you can. Stay out of the sun and check on relatives and neighbors.
Yes. And what is it, the lightweight clothing situation? How does that?
Yeah. So wear clothing because it'll allow your body to breathe and perspire, so when you perspire, it cools your body down. So it's like a natural way to the body self-regulate. But you also then need to replenish your electrolytes. So drink lots of water.
So the process is called evaporational cooling. It cools the surface of the skin, but as Anna is stressing, it's the amount of water content you're releasing that you then have to put back in.
Yeah.
So we're cool with the evaporational cooling. We like when you're like sweaty, the breeze comes on and it feels so yummy. But now that's a sign that you're losing a lot of
replenish.
Yeah.
Also, don't leave your children or pets in unattended vehicles. So
Anna, why do we say this every day?
Well, I actually just saw, not yesterday, the day before, really tragic story. And I don't like to actually be the bearer of bad news, but it's just one of those things, it kind of breaks my heart because I'm like, oh my God, if that happened to my kid, it's just like the worst mistake. Yeah, coming home from shopping, he left his daughter in the car just for a little bit. He kind of got distracted with some housework, kind of forgot that she was in the car, and she passed away from heat exhaustion. So, oh my God, that was so sad saying that. But yeah, just like really don't do that. Really, really bad.
You cannot even you can't even assume, because even think about this. I'm sure this dad is like, he's like, you know what? She doesn't want to go, but like, let's just say he's going to get like hardware or something, right? He's like, I'm going into the hardware store, and maybe she doesn't want to go or whatever. Oh, Dad, I don't want to go. Here's the thing: even in the heat, your own mind is like not right.
Yeah,
I noticed it. You're not even thinking straight, and so you have to understand that you're not thinking straight. The heat is on. You're acting like a greenhouse with all the glass, right? Yeah. And your child's in the car with maybe black leather seats or whatever. That's attracting. That's what we refer to as low albedo. So black absorbs the incoming solar radiation. Yeah. That's a low albedo. High albedo, it reflects it back out. In theory,
like yellow or
white. This is why the Arctic and the snow caps and all that, a completely different situation. White reflects it back out, which is why you should be wearing a high albedo shirt or some kind of clothing. Yeah. But if you're in on a black leather seat, in a car. Oh, forget it. So already we can have some kind of sympathy for this man because he probably wasn't in the right frame. He's probably really hot, coming in quickly, but Anna like is stressing this. So Fiona, what's that red box that just popped up over Denver?
Um,
That little. Yep.
oh, that was just me having a little look, and it
Oh,
said
was
no
it?
precipitation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, this here.
Air quality. Is that like? Oh, we just that we
Yeah,
clicked on. Okay,
we
good.
went there.
Okay.
And then Salt Lake City. I just want to have a look at this. Excessive heat warning remains in effect till 11 p.m. this morning. Yeah. So, but then what about here? Yeah, heat advisory. So it's really, really hot around Salt Lake City right now.
So notice there's two different types of alerts, and so
Yeah.
we're differentiating the two for you. So in this case, the heat advisory is including, let's see,
Like health tips, like how to stay, just like basically drink plenty of fluids. It's giving you some solutions on how to keep yourself well during this sort of heat alert.
so Tooele and Rush Valley, Eastern Box Elder County.
Yep.
That's the heat advisory. The excessive heat warning included, looked like, let's see, it was Salt Lake City, like so the actual area right around right Salt Lake City. So there's a difference there, and we just want to make sure that we clarify those two for you, so you have that. So I love that we're just going through this. This is really good stuff. Northern Wasatch. Hi guys. Wasatch. Oh, I remember I was in a 5.7 magnitude earthquake there.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
My
God.
roommate stay in Salt Lake City. It was just really,
Wow, that's so
really
scary.
scary.
Yeah. With things falling all over the place.
It was very wild.
What about Baton Rouge?
Ooh, let's see. Hi,
Wow.
Louisiana. Best food ever. They do.
Heat advisory. God, there's a lot of heat advisories going on this morning.
Yeah. So that has to do with that area of high pressure. Everything is centralized in the center of the country, really. Even though we're seeing it scattered throughout other areas, where last week we were seeing it for mainly the Northeast and that I-95 corridor into the Mid-Atlantic. Now it's just centralized, right? It's really favoring like the South Central portion of the nation, the Gulf states as well. But I think this is really important and fascinating. And what's going on over there in the Northeast?
I was also wondering what's happening here.
Yeah. So, oh, yeah. So that's flood watch, maybe?
Right here.
Yep.
There's something happening here. I can see it.
Flood watch.
Flood watch effect. So in where portions of Illinois, including following areas: Bureau, Hancock, Henderson, Putnam, Rock Island, and Warren, Iowa, including the following areas: Cedar, Des Moines. Oh my gosh,
this is like
a lot. That's where Jay was.
Yeah. Oh, in Des Moines. It was in Des Moines. Oh, shout out.
Oh, yeah, I said that wrong. Des Moines. Yeah. So there's a flood watch here, guys. So wow. And Washington.
Yeah.
Scott Van Buren, and Northeast Missouri, including following Park and Scotland, from 4 p.m. through to 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. So wow, yeah, the next like 24 hours and on. Impact: excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations.
And look at
numerous thunderstorms producing very heavy rainfall are expected to develop ahead of the slow-moving cold front.
Anna, can you pull that map down so we can see right underneath it? Go back.
Yeah.
The little guy. Okay. Now go back and remove on this side, right? Let's see, remove the wind right over here. So we can just hold on in.
Okay.
Let's remove the watch and warning. And let's just leave the radar. Go down one more, couple more. Yep.
There it is.
Okay. And now take that same thing and scroll on it. Dig in a little bit more. See what we got going on here. Yep. Just roll it.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, these are hot. Firing up. These are definitely like look at the line of storms there. So now we're seeing this is definitely going to fire up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a tornado watch issue soon enough. So yeah, we're going to track this very closely for you. Just wanted to show everybody this is what it's looking like. It looks you can clearly see there's a frontal boundary right there. So this is happening right along that frontal boundary. Behind again, I always tell you that cold air comes in, it just shoves everything out of the way, and it's just that discontinuity of air mass that the atmosphere doesn't like. So again, it's all about keeping everything in equilibrium. Atmosphere doesn't like it, nor do people. They like everything balanced, right? So basically, what we have here is the discontinuity. I'm really curious. This is a really good interesting question for Tracy with Nikki when we have her on, because we talk about like having everything in balance, and I always think about like checks and balances and like our economy. I'd really be curious. In Chicago, that's how they trade all the futures, right? So I'd be like, ooh, I kind of like this really nice, like alignment of what's happening in the atmosphere and what's happening there with like futures trading. So I'd be curious. Anyways, I want to look at that very quickly, but there we have our local storm reports once again popping up in our watch this morning, and there we go. Oh, that's it, right? That's pretty interesting there. So good.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that! Look at that fire!
I
Right
know.
on. I know. That's so alarming.
And then Los Angeles, we have the bad weather, air quality and some heat as well.
Mhm.
And then what about San Luis Obispo?
So Central Coast heat
Heat
advisory.
Wow, it's hot everywhere.
Yeah, it's your. And it looks like we have a marine statement right around the bay up in San Francisco. Looks like an aircraft.
Yeah. Small
Or-
craft advisory.
Not aircraft.
Yeah. Small craft advisory remains in effect from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Wednesday. Winds expected 15 to 20 knots expected, northwest winds. Waters from Pigeon Point to Point Pinos, 10 to 60 nautical miles. And conditions will be hazardous in small craft.
So this is addressing, marine weather. Now we're gonna mention it to you because we are the school that like just because we don't have a boat, somebody out there has a boat. And we don't pay, we appreciate. So in this case, we're gonna give you guys your small craft advisory forecast. They're saying that there are some wind issues. There's also choppy seas, and we're seeing it feels like a visibility issue as well, nautical miles, so wear waters. So it's giving us the area 10 to 60 nautical miles, usually from the point of where the land extends outward. So that's something else we want to take a look at. And we're going to watch it throughout the day because we want to make sure that people, everybody's on vacation now. Everybody's prepping for July 4th. And they're like, I want to get like my spot, my boat, my boat. I'm sure we would be like that too. Like, I'm a boat ready. I mean, I would always say it like that. Knowing me, I'm like, let me get my boat ready. So we would say it like that. So in this case, we have to just make sure that we're keeping people alert because there is something that we're seeing, and actually, it's like a little bit of a some influence there.
And the advice is like inexperienced mariners, just be very careful, especially operating smaller vessels. Should also avoid navigating in hazardous conditions.
Yeah, like newbies like me and Anna, we would not be out there.
I think I'd rather fly a plane than drive a boat.
Coming up on the next Weather Co-op. Follow us as we get our pilot's license. Oh my God, music has to be good first. When you get your license, you're like, how's the music? Okay, now I can focus. I wonder if that's the same thing. No. Nobody would fly with us.
I'm good, thanks. I think I'll walk.
Yeah. I'll walk to New Jersey, thanks, from LA.
Or Philadelphia.
Ooh, look at that. The city of brother love.
Okay, where am I going here?
Yeah.
Heat advisory. Yep. Same. Hot.
Heat indices again.
Yep.
And let's see.
Hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illnesses.
Northern Delaware. Let's see. Southeast Pennsylvania. I mean, pretty much it's like that mid-Atlantic region. Now, of course, that would include like DC, would go like Maryland, Virginia. But we're just gonna kind of give you those little updates as the day progresses. They also have it looks like they have a small craft advisory alert.
Oh yeah. Around here.
Yep. So this is because this is where a lot of people
kind of high winds, hazardous small craft again. Yep, it's the same thing really. We just went through on the other side,
and it goes all the way up through into Boston. And so again, as we approach like this really fun, holiday stretch, preparing for the 4th of July, it's just something that we want to keep in mind. But that heat advisory is alarming. It looks like another air quality thing. What's going on?
What's going on around? Like, what's all that?
So here we have starting to see some some more. You see that it's tapping into some more. She looks like we just have a little bit of cloud coverage
Okay.
increase. That has to do with some. It has to do with what's happening to the northwest, and that's
Right.
what we're gonna watch. We'll
Yeah.
come back and we'll give you like kind of a more detailed breakdown. But
Yeah.
right now, we want to just give you what's happening there. Like, what's on the air quality issue down there?
Oh, here.
No, they're not great. What was that? What's going on there?
Oh, here. Oh,
Charleston.
yeah, here.
It looks like it just populated.
Hmm. Interesting. Where are we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, so we're just seeing more and more weather alerts, including special weather statements and air quality issues, guys. So this is going to be the story for much of the day. Remember, for portions of the Midwest, we're going to be tracking some potentially strong storms.
Mm.
Wouldn't be surprised if they are strong. So we're going to watch that for you very closely.
And
Um,
in these areas also poor air quality, please refer to your local burn permitting authorities, whether you may burn outdoors. If you do burn outdoors, use extreme caution.
yeah. So this is kind of, I think this is where we have to apply some common sense. But again, one of the things Anna and I stress is sometimes common sense does go out the window. Not even saying it in like a joking way. It's just like, it's the truth. When it gets so hot, when the air quality's not good, I don't think well.
No.
Nobody thinks well when it's really hot and there's not good air quality.
Yeah.
So just kind of prepare in advance and just know that you want to think about those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really excited. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. What do you think, Anna?
I think that's good.
We nailed it. Woo! We came out the ballpark. It's what we do around here. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Weather Co-op. We're with Mixed Community. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Hugs. Bye. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I had it over there. Wait, Anna, is there another one over there?
Here.
Wait, what about?